Welcome to the DK Custom Products channel. My name's Kevin. This is Dwayne. And today we're going to talk about, is auto tuning even real or is it a
myth?
And if it is real, what can you get out of it? How does it work?
But before we get into that frequently asked question, I'd appreciate if you guys would like, comment, and subscribe to our channel because it would really help us out. So just to clarify what auto tune even is, if you have a fuel management device such as a FP3, a Power Vision, they have a function in that unit called auto tune. And what it does is you turn it on, you ride the bike, the fuel management device will identify weaknesses in fuel delivery and adjust accordingly, because not all bikes are the same, not all riding styles are the same, not all ambient temperature and climate is the same. So we all need a little different adjustment, and that's where auto tune comes in.
Right, and we did a video that we'll put up in the corner here about dyno tuning versus auto tuning. Let's look at these charts real quick. We have two charts here. Both of them show auto tuning results, both on Softails, one on a twin cam Softail and one on an M8 Softail. So this first one is a twin cam Softail, and we can see that with about 30 minutes, there was only about 30 minutes of auto tuning done to this bike. With 30 minutes of auto tuning done, it got about a 4 or 5% increase in power, both torque and horsepower, pretty much throughout the whole RPM band.
Right.
Okay. Now, twin cams are already too lean from the factory. Even if you have stock exhaust, stock intake, they really benefit from a tune because they just are too lean from the factory. This bike already had a can tune in it for its configuration. So it already wasn't too lean. It already had that corrected. But you can see by doing some auto tuning, 30 minutes worth, it got 4 or 5% better. Now here's one on a Milwaukee 8. Now the Milwaukee 8 does not run too lean from the factory.
Right. So it has a really good head start, and you might think, well, then there's not much room for improvement, but it doesn't work that way. You know, you have a good starting point, so it's easy to build performance upon that, and that's exactly what happened here.
Yeah, so you can look and see this is quite a bit more improvement just from the tune. Nothing changed. Everything's exactly the same, except for there was 1 hour of auto tuning done with the Power Vision, and we see a 10.5% increase in torque and horsepower throughout the entire RPM band.
Right, which is substantial.
Oh, yeah. And that's just from going from a can tune to running an auto tune. And what is an auto tune? Dwayne explained it a little bit at the beginning, but the benefit of an auto tune is that you just turn auto tune on and then you ride the bike as you normally do. A lot of people get preoccupied with filling in every little blank in the screen.
Yeah.
That's not necessary to do. Ride how you normally do. If you ride not how you normally do, then you're going to get a tune for not how you normally ride.
Right. So don't make the mistake of getting out here and just, giving the bike hell while running the auto tune. Ride how you normally ride so that the auto tune feature can identify the weaknesses and correct accordingly.
For how you ride,
right.
Not for drag racing
right.
or something like that, unless that's how you normally ride.
Yeah, your quarter mile runs are relevant to an auto tune.
So we have a whole video we did on Power Vision's FP3 XIDs, which we'll put up in the corner here, and how that will not only help your bike run better, it will help it run cooler. Another thing we might as well go ahead and address right while we're talking about the auto tune is many people think that their bike is running far too hot. And most people are right. They're running 270, 280, 290, 300, even 320 when ideal is down around 230 for twin cams and 250, 260 for M8s. Now, they think that if they do a tune, that that's all they need to do. And while a tune is good, it will help you get more power. And a tune will drop, depending on how bad your beginning tune is, it will drop the temperatures 10 to 20 degrees. That's the most. I mean, if you see a 20-degree drop from a tune, that's really a huge drop from the tune. the heat, the difference between a bad tune and a good tune, heat-wise, is not that significant. Usually we see 10, 12, 13 degrees, which is good. It is absolutely good.
Right. But it's not enough to get you under that threshold of
right. If you're running 290 and you drop it 15 degrees.
Yeah, it's still too high. And we say this all the time. There's no silver bullet for cooling the bike. You need to tune it. You need air cooling components. You need oil cooling components. There's a lot of things you need to throw at it to get it down where Harley says it needs to be.
Right. And so, but if you have a Power Vision or an FP3, or you're thinking about a Power Vision FP3, we've run both. I think we all prefer the Power Vision.
Right.
The FP3 is not quite as full featured as the Power Vision. They're virtually the same price. The difference is with the FP3, you get to interface with your phone rather than the screen.
And to go beyond a stage one, the Power Vision is still more than adequate. If you, for whatever reason, want to go have the bike dyno tuned by Dyno Tech, you already have the Power Vision device there, which most of them actually use.
Right. And so, again, the differences between a can tune and a auto tuning session or two is pretty significant. As you can see from these charts, it's a nice improvement, and it is well worth spending. You're going to ride anyway. Just put it on auto tune while you're riding. It's something we
always stress, and I know a lot of you don't do it. I did it when I first got a Power Vision. You just load your CAN map and ride and forget all about the auto tune. But I can tell you this: it will benefit you to run that auto tune feature. I mean, like Kevin said, you're riding the bike anyway. Push the button.
Yep. We hope you go look at that video we did, what to know before you have your bike dyno tuned. But we highly recommend, if you have a Power Vision or an FP3, that you spend some time auto tuning it. One other comment to address that we hear a lot, usually originating from people who do dyno tuning, is that there is no such thing as auto tune because it's not automatic. And I should point out that when you do an auto tune, you're pushing a button to say that you want to start auto tuning, you go ride. After you ride, you have to push another button to save that auto tune. And then if you want to reflash your ECM with that auto tune, you have to push another button to say, I want to use that auto tune. So you have to push 3 or 4 buttons.
Yeah.
So it's not completely automatic.
Yeah.
You have to push a few buttons to get that new tune from the auto tune run uploaded to the bike and the bike running it. So it's not 100% automatic. And that's what people pick at a little bit about the auto tuning is not real. But it's really just a matter of pushing a few buttons. So auto tuning, good for power, good for the bike running at its optimum, good for cooling the bike down some. Something definitely want to do with your Power Vision or FP3.
Right. And if you take anything away from this video, it's that we recommend not just settling for the canned map. Obviously, there is a benefit in running the auto tune. Now, if you have any questions about fitment of a fuel management device to your particular bike, shoot us an email to support@dkcustomproducts.com.
You all ride safe out there.